Hi, everyone. So I have a little story. Please don't judge it because I don't do this, and I'm super nervous, and all my friends are here to support me. So I wanted to share a little bit about kind of the story that became Bridges of Light. I was brought up in Connecticut, which is a place where you are judged for what you have and what you do not have. And the children that I was around at a very young age knew designers and knew things, material things. And being so young and wanting to fit in so badly, your nerves work up and you start wondering, like, why don't I fit in? You know, the haves and the have-nots are easily distinguished. So the West Side and the East Side were combined in middle school. So we're all nervous. We're going to meet the people on the other side of the town, and we go to our new middle school, and we meet all of the people from the other side of town, and then it becomes very clear who the haves are and who the have-nots are. So a few days later, I go home, and I'm talking to my mom, and I kind of beg her. I'm like, please, please, can I have a pair of Jordache jeans? Everyone has Jordache jeans, which I'm dating myself totally, 100%. And I begged her. I was like, please, I'll do anything for these jeans, Mom. I have to have them. You can't send me to school in these hand-me-downs anymore. I'm judged, everyone. I just really want to fit in. And she just said in her sweet, mom, loving voice, we can't, get those jeans, honey. We have the utilities to pay, and we have to put food on the table. And I didn't understand that at all because I was a tween. And I just kept yelling and screaming and being a brat. And I really needed these jeans, and she's ruining my life. And how dare you put me in this situation where I have to go back to school and I have to be judged because of you, because of you, because of you, my incredible mom who's working 2 jobs to put food on the table for my brother and I. So I proceed to run up the stairs, cry my eyes out, go to sleep. A few days later, she said, do you want to come to work with me? And I would do anything to get out of school. So yes was the answer. So I went to work with my mom, and she took me to the battered women's shelter, where she was a social worker. And I was introduced to all the people that lived in this home. And I realized that these kids are my age. They're tweens, I'm a tween. And I'm complaining because I don't have a material thing, my Jordache jeans. And they don't have anything. They're removed from their homes in an emergency situation, and they're put into a house with no one that they know. No love, no support. And they have no material things. Hi, Donna. And they have nothing. They have no material things at all, not even a toothbrush, because they're removed from their homes in an emergency. And what do you take when you're being dragged out of your house from an abusive parent or a drug addictive, uncle or parent, whoever they live with? They didn't even have an identity. Forget material things. So that day completely changed my life as a tween. And I went from a selfish tween to a very grateful person that didn't really have much. And that moment, I started to volunteer my time at the shelter with my mom. And a few years later, I got a mentor to help me kind of see the right way in life. And then I became a mentor. And a few more years, I opened my own company in Florida, and I opened the charity the same day that I opened the business, because if I was going to be blessed in business, which I really didn't know if I was any good at it, so it was like 50-50, that if I was going to do well and I was going to see success, I was going to pay it forward. There was no doubt about it. So there had the Bridges of Light. Began that day. My girlfriend and I started it pretty much in our garage, and in the 14 years since the Bridges of Light has started, we take on between 200 and 500 children per year that are living in the most impoverished areas in our community. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. They do not have the support of 2 parents for sure, sometimes 1. 78% of our children have 1 parent, and the 1 parent has 2 to 3 jobs. So they can't help them after school with their homework. They can't tell them what's right, what's wrong. They can't give them the love and nurturing and support that they need. So we at the Bridges of Light provide a one-on-one tutor so that they get their education component. We provide mentorship and love and show all the children in our program that just your family doesn't have to be the same bloodline as you are. Your family can be anyone that you surround yourself with, and anyone that you meet that loves you can be your family. We teach empowerment and not entitlement. We are very big on earning what you get in life. And we teach all of our students and all of our children that you absolutely must pay it forward, because your past does not dictate your future. And as long as you know that, we will encourage you to do everything in life that you can do. And this takes a lot to work with, like I said, 200 to 500 students a year. It takes volunteers, it takes donors, it takes everyone in this community. And we're not looking to simply Band-Aid a problem. We don't take these children on for 1 year. We take these children on for the rest of their lives. That's our commitment to the child. We're one of the only foundations that I know of that never says goodbye. And I'm very honored and humbled that I can be here sharing with you today. I'm very nervous, as you can tell I'm shaking, but I'm very honored to be here to be able to share a little bit of our story. And before I walk off, and thank you all so much for listening, I do want to share with you that there's somebody in the audience with me that she's been with our program since she was 5 years old. And she's back. I just went and picked her up in Georgia. My husband and I picked her up in Georgia the other day and brought her back home while she's on break from college at Kennesaw State. And so if Andy, if you want to stand up really quickly. It's a perfect example of what you can give to someone else who, I didn't know her at all when she was 5. I just thought she was the cutest thing I'd ever seen, and knew that I wanted to be around her and her sister. And they are our family now. Bridges of Light will be there for her, her sister, and her brother for the rest of their lives. And that's all. Thank you for listening.